What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chris Cage coming at you 2 times, back with another weekly race video. Today we're going to be doing a weekly race that we have never done since the beginning of 2018. Yes, folks, today we're going to be doing a speed run. Now what you see in front of you is a down and back version of this speed run with a digital speedometer. Now I have the camera pointed right here because I want to see the car's speeds get red. And the one who has the fastest speed red will get the challenge for a spot on the Tower of Fast. Now before we begin, I'm going to show you the 10 cars that are going to be participating in this race. They are as followed: the 95 Mazda RX-7, the 18 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, the Mazda RX-7, the 1996 Porsche Carrera, the 2018 Honda Civic Type R, the Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo, the 88 Honda CRX, the 2016 Honda Civic Type R, the McLaren Senna, and my favorite, the McLaren 720S pre-order car. These are going to be your 10 cars that are going to race. In the first round, only the Fast 5 are going to move on. And then in round number 2, it will be the top 3 of the 5 moving on. And then in the semifinals, it only comes down to one winner with the fastest speed. And then for the finals, it will be a roll of the die to see who the lucky car is going to challenge for a spot on the Tower of Fast. And without further ado, it's time to begin the first round of the speed run. Alright guys, it's time to start the first round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the car in front of the camera, and then after that, put it on the track to get its speed read. And then off camera, I'm going to write down the number it has done so that I will not forget later on in the video, because there have been a couple of weekly races that I've done in the speedrun format in which I forgot the speed. So I wrote the names down on a note card, and I will write down the speeds as it happens. First up, let's turn on the digital speedometer. There you go. And here comes the first car. First up, 95 Mazda RX-7. This one came from a 2016 or 2017 P case, I think. So, time to see what it can do. .366 scale miles an hour. Since he holds a new record, he gets to be right here. Now it's time to put the next car on, which is the 18 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. .233 scale miles an hour. By the way, I've also decided that somewhere down the line, you will see these in a versus video. Or we'll see the speedrun track be used in a versus video. So, I will have to figure out how I will do that. And, yeah, go from there. Here comes the next car. We have another Mazda RX-7. If you have a blue one of these, then that will be your then car for the Then and Now series from the 2017 mainline series. Obviously, this one is from the 2019 mainline series with Coney decals on it. $364. Really close to the 95 RX-7. Next up, from the 2019 G case, we have ourselves the 1996 Porsche Carrera. Another 364, so there is a tie right here. I'll explain what happens when a tie happens there. By the way, all cars that fail to beat the speed record gets put off camera, by the way. Here is the FK4 Civic, or FK8 Civic, as I've seen on Wikipedia as well. Whatever you want to call it. But I call it as the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. And to be honest, after seeing one in real life, just several weeks ago, I think I kind of like this Civic in a way. Not really a fan of the front, but I do like the overall appearance of it. And by the way, the one I saw in real life was gray. This one is red. $330. Here comes the next car. One of my favorites. And I was at a Walmart recently and I found about 11 of these, but I left 7 of them. It's the Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo. Of course, I'm grabbing up 300ZXs so I can see which one is the fastest. Because all 300ZXs are not made equally. $285. Looks like the slowest one ever. Or no, it's not. The Challenger's still the slowest here. He is the second slowest. Next up, this one might beat it. The 88 Honda CRX. And I don't know about y'all, but I like it more in black than I do in red. Of course, you can find this one in the H case of 2019. Good luck finding it, guys. $362. Still not enough. Next up is the other 2000, or no, next up is the other Civic Type R, but this one is from 2016. $328. Next up, the McLaren Senna. A lot of people have an issue with the fact that there's no headlights on the casting. I actually like it, regardless. But I can kind of agree with the fact that there's no headlights on the casting. $261. He is now the second slowest car of all 10. Last but not least, The McLaren 720S pre-order car. The reason why I call this a pre-order car is because I play Forza Horizon 4, and this was the color I got it in when I sniped it off of the auction house. I do have another 720S in white, but it's named the 720S. But for me, even though it says 720S on the base, I myself is calling it the pre-order car. And for those y'all who don't know, that's my first car that I sniped off of auction house on Forza Horizon 4, actually. And there you go, final one, 304. So, I'm going to look at the list right here off camera. So far, my 95 Mazda RX-7 has the fastest with 366. Challenger SRT Demon with 233, the other RX-7, and the Porsche Carrera, both clocking in at 364. Honda Civic Type R 2018 at 330. Fiera ZX Twin Turbo at 285. 88 Honda CRX at 362. Honda Civic Type R 2016 is 328. McLaren Senna 261. And the 720S PO at 304. Now, earlier I said the Mazda RX-7 and the Porsche Carrera has a top speed of 364. So here's what we're going to do. These two cars are going to race again. Whoever posts the fastest speed will be the one to move on. Let's turn it back on. Let's get going. $348 for the RX-7. $380, beating out the RX-7 for 1995. So then, let's write these down. Goodness gracious, I did not think that was going to happen. So, taking a look at it, looks like the ones that are moving on are 380 with the Porsche Carrera, RX-7 with 366, the CRX with 362, and get this, the RX-7, even though gave out a tie breaker to that, 348 still squeaks by. But here's the thing. It's only one of these two move on. So the RX-7, despite scoring a tie race or tied speed, is not going to move on. So he's a no factor, which means it'll be 366, 380, 330, 362, and 328, which means it will be this car, what else is it? 2018 Honda Civic, CRX, and the 2016 Honda Civic Type R. These are your 5 cars that are going to move on to the next round. And round 2 will begin next. It is now time to begin round number 2. We have 5 cars, but only 3 are going to move on. Let's turn back on the digital speedometer. And we're going to start off with the FK4 Civic. Alright, that's a little blurry. It says 335. Apparently my phone doesn't know anything about focusing. My phone thinks that focusing is a foreign concept. Next up is the 2016 Honda Civic Type R. Yeah, that's right, back-to-back Civics. And by the way, here's a spoiler. There will be a versus video with them. $357 beats out the younger Civic. Here's the next one. The 95 Mazda RX-7. He had his top speed, but was beaten. But it was beaten in a tiebreaker between the Carrera and the other RX-7. $367. And he beats his personal best of $366 by a scale mile an hour. Next up, we have the 88 Honda CRX again. And yet we have another tie. $367 for both the RX-7 and the CRX, which means we're going to have another tiebreaker. But, well, actually there ain't no buts because of the fact that, wait a minute, 367. Just realized something. So the 2016 did it in 357. Oh, actually, there is a literal tiebreaker here. So yes, I'm going to put these two cars right here because they both did 367 here. Which means one of the two. So it all depends on this car right here. So let's see what he can do. 96 Porsche Carrera. It posted a 380. $366. Off by a mile an hour. This is going to be interesting here. So here are the cars who posted a speed. 2018 Honda Civic Type R, 335. 2016 Honda Civic Type R, 357. 95 Mazda RX-7 and 88 Honda CRX, both 367, and the Porsche Carrera, 366. Which means that no matter what, the 2016 Honda Civic Type R will be moving on. The 2018 Honda Civic Type R is out, but one of these two are going to move on. So, it's time for another tiebreaker. Here are the cars that are going to be in this tiebreaker here. So here we go. First up, Honda CRX. 365. Now for the RX-7. 353. So, here are the cars that are going to move on here. We have Civic Type R, CRX, and then the Porsche Carrera. The 2018 Honda CRX and the RX-7 are out of here. And now it's time to begin the semifinals, where only one of the three cars are going to move on. And the semifinals begin right now. Time for the semifinals. Here are your final three that has moved on. We got a Civic, CRX, and Carrera. Nothing but C's. It's time to turn this back on. And it's time to get it on. First up, we have the 2016 Honda Civic Type R. Almost said 2016 Honda CRX. $331. And if you just heard that, that was me clicking my pencil. Or no, pen, sorry. Next up, the old guy, the Honda CRX. $363, just like that. New record. The 96 Porsche Carrera has to beat 363. Can he do it? Let's find out. No, he cannot. Off by one. But it doesn't matter because he posted a 362. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized it's not a 101. So, yes, still, sorry about that because what that means is the Honda CRX is going to be the car that is going to move on to challenge for a spot on the Tower of Fast. Now, the next thing for me to do is find out where the hell did I put my die at. Or if not, I'm going to just have to use something else here. Or use a substitute for the date. Usually I have my purple die on me, but I don't know where it went. Well. I'm going to have to use this jank-ass die, which is this red one. And let's see, let me turn this off. I'm going to roll the die in here. See who he's going to face for a spot on the Tower of Fast. Okay, that one was weak. Let me see here. Rolls up a 6. So, let's see. I will give them space number... Let's give them space number 3. The G-Case Super, even though it's not really one. How about the 92 Ford Mustang? So there we go. These two cars are going to face off for space number 3 in the finals. And that is coming up next. Alright, this is it. The final two. This is the battle for space number 3. Will it be the 92 Ford Mustang to retain the spot, or will it be the Honda CRX? So I'm going to turn on the speedometer and see who is going to get the win. Starting off with the CRX, because he is the challenger. $351. Can the Mazda, I can't believe I just said that. Can the 92 Ford Mustang dethrone the CRX? Let's see what happens. 361, he owns him. So that means that car remains in the Tower of Fast. While the Honda CRX, you have to go bye-bye. And that is it for today's weekly race. It's very fun to bring the speed run back, but as I said, this ain't the last you're gonna see of the speed run, because this will become an addition on Hot Wheels Versus. The fastest speed gets the win, and if there's a tie between the two, then let's have to race them again. Well, I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a comment down below. If you are brand new watching, be sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications bell as well. It's your boy Chris Cage. I'm coming at you 2 times, and we will see you at the next video.